What's good, y'all? It's your favorite Empress. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Ladanya, but over here they call me Empress Moxie. Y'all, I haven't done a sit-down video like this in a good while. I've mostly been leaning on vlogs and storytelling for the most part of 2025 because I've been going after all of my bigger goals the earlier part of this year. You saw me do a competition in public to win $25,000 for my startup. You saw me travel to Jamaica to find villas for my self-care retreat, which is still happening, by the way, the end of this year. And you saw me travel to different countries and states to immerse myself into different cultures, to gain more knowledge about things that will actually add to where I'm headed in my ventures. I did a lot. I've done a lot this year with the time I've had, and I'm pleased. I've lived a lot of lives in this year alone, and I was super excited and happy for the opportunity to actually be able to get it on film and document it, because I feel like documenting the journey while you're on it also, it can be not only for keepsake, but it could be instrumental to your development. But yeah, I've been doing a lot, and after my birthday trip from Hawaii, I didn't really give y'all any videos or anything because there were a lot of changes coming into my life. The months of June through July are usually really pivotal for me every single year. It happens like clockwork. I'm not sure if it's because my birthday's in July, but I always do my best the first half of the year to make sure that I'm initiating things, I'm getting things going, so by the time I get to the middle of the year, I can see a result for something. I can get an understanding of how I'm gonna do the next half of the year. So that is why when I got back from my Hawaii trip, did all the reflecting on how I want to approach this next year in my life, I was like, okay, let me give myself a second. Let me give myself a second before I even go back on the camera and talk to y'all. A lot of changes, good changes and exciting changes mostly. You know, when you have this picture in your head of how you want your life to feel, how your mornings are gonna start, how your night's gonna end, what routines you have in between, what color your kitchen is, what type of pots you use, things like that. I'm a very imaginative person. Is the word imaginative? I hope so. But this video is in the Empress Talks section of my channel, which is all about women balancing their big goals and things that they aspire to have for their life. It's all about balancing that with self-care. And while doing the aspirational things, going towards what we want, this is all about creating, because as women, we are creative beings. So that's usually the angle that I'm talking from when I make these Empress Talks, just to give y'all clarity. And that's why today we're gonna talk about not only what we're imagining for our lives, but exactly how to create it and be comfortable with the changes, the shifts that come with it. This year, I've received two raises. Two raises. I'm a black woman in STEM in corporate America. Me going to my manager and asking my manager for a specific percent raise is not always expected, but it is audacious. Okay? And doing that twice in 1 year is a little bit, I don't know, crazy. But I did it and I received it. And how does this relate to being okay with being uncomfortable? Turbulence is a part of it. Your mind is going to tell you things. When you're in the plane and you feel turbulence, if you're a religious person, you're going to pray, God, please don't make this plane fall. If you're just a, non-religious or whatever, you're like, damn, I hope we don't fall out this damn sky. There are things that are going to come to mind for you when you want to shift from where you are to where you want to be. And when I had the idea to ask for a raise, a year and a few months into my job at that point, now I'm 2 years in, and I realized I've only received the, cost of living adjustment so far. And I haven't really gotten a promotion or a raise. I want that in 2025. I told myself this in December. And I was really nervous because I was like, why would they give me a raise? I just started, like, those types of thoughts started to come up. And that's where I had to be like, okay, that's enough because I do deserve a raise because A, B, C, and D. Whenever you have the voice in your head come up with excuses on why the shift may not work out or why the shift doesn't make sense right now or you're not prepared for that shift, all you have to do is have rebuttals or have proof. Show yourself, hey, I've done this before. This is what I can do currently and what I have provided. This is what I contribute. This is my value. So yes, I can go from right here to right there because of this. At my annual review, what I asked for was an outrageous raise. And my manager said, you know what? I'm gonna give you half of what you asked for a raise, but I want you to come back for a promotion next year because I feel like you should have asked for more. And I thought to myself, what is that? What did that even mean? What is he talking about? Like, how can you tell me I don't know what I'm asking for? I don't need a promotion. I need more money. That is why I asked for a raise. Until I sat down and I was like, okay, so the further I go into my career, the title I have will matter. The level that I am will matter to those around me. It will show that I'm actually here to contribute and provide quality, and it also builds trust. So it's like, after I sat down and thought about what my manager said, I realized my manager was in my best interest. So I was like, okay, sure. What I am gonna do is continue working how I work, which is really well. I work really well, I work hard, I do everything to the best of my ability at all times. When I go to work, I work. So I was doing all of this with the mindset that I would get a promotion next year in the next annual review in March. And when I got back from my Hawaii trip in July, my manager called me into their office and it was a random email that they sent for us to meet in their office, and I was like, okay, we don't usually meet at this time of the week. What's going on? I wonder if they're gonna give me more projects or something because I'm a project engineer. Right away, my manager is like, I have a surprise for you. And I'm like, okay, more work? Okay, yay, more work. Yay! They had this paper. I'm gonna pretend that this is the paper my manager turned around and handed me. This is the paper they handed me, and they said, you've been working really hard. I managed to get an earlier growth promotion for you because I thought you deserved it. I was not professional about that news. I was screaming like I was screaming because number one, I trust my manager. I'm just gonna start there. My manager, the company that I work for, I feel comfortable there. Even though I didn't get the monetary raise when I asked for it, because at the time I was only thinking about money. My manager saw that I deserve more than just the money. I deserve the title and the respect that comes with the title, which is why they wanted me to also have a promotion on top of a raise. So I got 2 raises and a promotion this year because my manager saw that I wanted to have a shift regardless of it being uncomfortable for me or me first facing what I thought was rejection, because most of the time it's not the situation that's holding us back, it's the fear of what is on the other side. In preparing to ask for that raise, things that came into my mind: why should they give you a raise? What have you done? When they give you a raise, what will they think? Like, questions like that popped up for me, and it was really weird. And it just made me understand, if you want a different life, you're gonna have to do things that are weird, new to you, and uncomfortable. I had to navigate that experience myself. Change will always be uncomfortable in the beginning, but staying the same has its cost too, because okay, I was like, I just want the money. My manager was like, you should also want the title and the respect. And I was like, okay, sure. So that change, it was like, okay. But now that I have that, now that I have those things, I do also have the clarity and understanding that came with it, and it does make a huge difference. I gave that real world example that I experienced this year because I just wanted to have something that is more relatable. How nervous an individual is whenever it comes time to ask for more in any environment, in any situation. It does come with a lot of inner dialogue from yourself where you're like, damn, how do I do this? But instead of avoiding the discomfort that comes with change, every moment of change, every glow up, every level up is gonna start with you feeling like, oh my god, this feels different, this feels weird, this is not what I asked for. But that's when you lean into it. Leaning into it more or continuing on that path is where it's gonna make sense for you. I hope it's not dark. I'm in my room because my mom downstairs. As a Jamaican, you must know what I'm gonna say right now. My mom is downstairs playing music. There's nothing I can do about that because music is what drives the home in a Jamaican family. So I'm in my room right now making this video, and I hope it's not too dark. Alright, so my next point is all about systems beating your moods. A beautiful life isn't built in one day. It's built in tiny, consistent steps that stack up over a period of time. This is my main character flaw, I feel like, because if I don't feel it, it is not gonna get done. So sorry. And I don't like to bring zodiacs into anything, but I am a Cancer. If I don't feel it, it's not gonna get done. And I notice as well, this is how I create. You will not see me come up here and make a video if I don't feel like it. I just will not. I will not entertain a person in friendship, relationship, whatever, if I don't feel it. It's just my second brain. My second brain is my intuition. And spiritually, this does apply to all women, but I'm taking this into a different direction right now. Do not go by your mood when it comes to creating the life that you see for yourself, because that is going to be how you self-sabotage. If you wake up one morning while you're on your journey to, I'm going to use something practical like losing 30 pounds before your wedding so you can fit into your dress. And you wake up one day and you're like, I'm so sore because the treadmill or whatever you did the day before. You're like, I'm just gonna skip. And that same day when you skip, you're also eating a lot of carbs, telling yourself this is a cheat day, even though you already told yourself you're only gonna do one cheat day per week, and this is your second cheat day that week. So if you're gonna go by your moods, it's gonna hinder your progress, and it's gonna hinder exactly how you get towards the goal, the future, the vision that you have. If you only show up when you feel like it, your dream is only going to be a dream. As boring as they may be, systems beat moods every single time. That means having a morning routine, having reminders, having accountability partners, and things around you that keep you focused and aligned with where you want to be. Even when you're tired, even when it's raining, even when you broke a nail, okay? These are the things that are going to keep you in line. An example for me on a system that I have for my fitness specifically is going to be 3 times a week I'm in Pilates, at least 3 times a week. No week is going to pass where I cannot count 3 times I'm in Pilates. And if a week passes that I can't do 3 because maybe my menstrual, we're women, then I'll take a walk. This is also where I've added Run Club into the mix, because Run Club is now another facet of my fitness and staying cute and fit and hot, period. It's been a year into Pilates, And I don't wake up at 6:30 for our class thinking, oh my god, this is gonna be so fun. No, I'm thinking, damn, I hope she doesn't tell us to do a 3-minute plank. And then she does. Because that is a part of the discipline. That is a part of owning and listening into your body and being like, okay, we can do this actually, so let's do it. This is a way of keeping my word with myself and building discipline. The life that I want for myself, I can't even tell y'all because it wouldn't make sense. But I'm getting there. My third point, I think, is a big one that a lot of people can relate to, and I'm doing my best to not say it in a way that is offensive. Okay. This quote is one that I got from Yanni. She's one of my favorite creators here on YouTube, and she makes videos about women empowerment. She does this very well because she provides us concrete, real-world examples of how women are being treated, and then she gives a deep analysis while also keeping us accountable. She doesn't just say, oh, she didn't deserve that or whatever. She actually sometimes says, you know what? She could have prevented this experience by being this way. She gave too many chances. She this or she that. Like, she holds us accountable. So a quote that I got from her that actually relates to this section that I'm talking on is, your pain is not unique because it's not who you are. And this was a video that she made about change being important for women, which relates to this video today. Basically, the point in saying your pain is not unique because it's not who you are is to let you know that you shouldn't hold on to the things that you go through. You shouldn't allow the things that you go through to make you not want to continue. A lot and majority of humans are going to face adversity. Majority of humans are going to face pain. We're going to face grief. Not all at the same time, so some of us may not understand right away how to empathize. Some of us may not understand how to relate because we have not yet experienced those things. But there will come a time. There will come a time. Okay? So, where am I going with this? Your pain and your past may explain who you are right now, but they don't define you. And that might feel like a punch in the gut to a lot of people because that is what propels you. That's what's kept you going for this long, because you thought, okay, this is what I've been through, so this is who I am. But it's not who you are. It's just a part of your story. You have used this pain to fuel you for so long. And it's okay to continue doing that as long as you acknowledge that this pain is not me. Like, you're thinking, if I'm not overcoming something or proving people wrong, then who am I? And it's like, that's a journey that you have to go on too. After you've dealt with the adversity, the pain, the shame, the whatever, then you have to let those things go. You can't hold it. You can't keep it. It's not yours. It's not you. It is just a part of your journey. And I want all the women watching this to really take this specific point in. This is all about decision. The main and most important word from this video you should take is decision. Deciding to create, to become, to have what you see for yourself. Joy, safety, peace, beauty, whatever. And what that is going to mean is making choices every day that are going to connect you back to that version that you do see yourself as. The battle always starts the night before and how you prepare for it. It starts with the words you speak over yourself, within yourself. That's how you create the life that you want, piece by piece, choice by choice. If you've been waiting for a sign to start, this is it. Build the systems that are going to carry you from A to B. The beautiful life that you see for yourself is not just going to show up. It's going to be here when you build it, when you make the decision to create it. Let me know in the comments what part of your dream life, your beautiful life you're creating right now, because I love to see y'all win. As I mentioned in this video, something I've been creating is my self-care retreat for women. And this December, we'll be going to Jamaica to be immersed into a culture, as well as pause, reflect, and really take time to rest and pour into ourselves. I do plan to do more self-care retreats in the future after I successfully host this one. I'll have an idea of how I'll do the rest. Really and truly, this was first a vision. This was something that I had to do regardless of being afraid, being filled with a lot of what ifs and self-doubt. I'm really grateful for the community of women that I've been finding and actually aligning with. Right now in my life, it's all about living for myself and making the conscious decision to connect to who I want to be. Dang, this was something I should have touched on in the video. I'm gonna make this point real quick. When you make a decision to connect to who you actually are, it's gonna be a lot of self-dialogue. Remember I was talking about self-dialogue, how you talk to yourself and over yourself? This is about spirituality. This can also be about religion. We are spiritual beings. We are a soul in a body first. We're a soul first and then a body after. We are flesh after we are a soul. So in anything that you want in this life, a conversation with yourself, a conversation with God, whatever you believe in, is gonna have to come first. So if you make the decision, okay, I don't want to identify with the trauma I experienced anymore. I've healed and I understand that there are certain forces that took advantage of my innocence, or these are things that happened because I didn't know better, but now that I know better, here's how I want to advance into life. When you make the effort or get the help, find the community that helps you to reframe your story and understand why those things, those circumstances came about in your life, and you reflect over it thoroughly and feel everything, and then you heal from it. That doesn't mean you forgot that it happened. That doesn't mean you're suppressing it. That doesn't mean any of that. It means that you're facing it head on and deciding that it does not define you. So once you do all of that, you might be stuck with the question, okay, so I went through all of that, but that is not me. So who am I? That's when you talk to yourself. That's when you sit down, you meditate. That's when you find a way to get in tune. You go outside. You know the word alignment is a very powerful word in all cultures, all backgrounds. When you say align, that is all about being in the right space, mentally, emotionally, physically, whatever, align. And when you align and decide, okay, I want to know who I really am now that I've let go of that trauma, now that I've healed from that, I want to know who I am. When you make the conscious decision that you want to know who you are and be who you are for real, there are gonna be there are gonna be synchronicities that pop up. For example, if you are somebody who is like, I want a red car, every time you go outside from here forward, you will definitely identify a red car some way or somehow, because mentally your mind is saying, okay, we want a red car, but how will the red car look? You're starting to see these synchronicities. These things are coming towards you and aligning with you so that you can have that choice and be more mindful and actually continue in those steps. God, the universe, all of that actually wants to help you. Sit down, say it out loud, write it down, think about it, and you will start seeing the alignment come into play. And that is how I am creating a beautiful life for myself. You first decide what you want. And then what's going to happen is you align where you are with where you want to be. So this may be your environment, your actions, your habits, your whatever. And then you're going to be comfortable when the changes and shifts are coming, because when the shifts and the changes are coming, a lot of things are going to have to come out the way. Whether it be your pessimistic boyfriend, whether it be, I don't know, whatever is in the way of what you need or what you want is always going to have to leave. And that may be why you're uncomfortable, because you've been so used to being in that space for so long that you're holding on to it, and you're identifying with those things for so long that you're like, dang, do I have to let go of this to have this life? Yes, that is the case sometimes. And that's why it's so important for you to be comfortable with change, comfortable with the shift when you want to create a beautiful life. Okay, so make that decision. It's gonna rain. Okay. Okay, I'm done. Okay? Okay, y'all, that's all I got for you in this specific video. I hope my last part was making sense. I just realized I wanted to elaborate on something a bit more, and I hope I didn't confuse y'all, but yeah, this all starts with making a decision and then aligning and being comfortable with the change. Thank you for watching. I will see y'all next week. I'm going to do an Empress Diaries, which is my vlog portion of my channel, and I hope to see y'all there. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.